Hi, Dr. Hobie Fuerstman with Preventive Medicine, here to talk to you today about movement for the mind. Now, normally when we talk about movement, we're talking about improving the physical body, whether it be balance, strength, flexibility, metabolism, overall health. We're really focused on the body itself, and pretty much any form of movement will have physical benefit. But one of the really interesting things about movement is that it's also so key for our mental health. We have a part of the brain known as the motor neuron cortex, which is sort of a horseshoe shape that crosses both halves of the brain and really encompasses both everything we feel and every muscle that we move. Now, this is not surprising how the brain functions and works to have an active control of the body. But the interesting thing about this is that the compensatory mechanisms and the way these pathways connect actually helps other parts of the brain function as well, and actually creates new pathways and connections for our creativity, our logic, our ability to create structured thoughts, integrate what we see into how we move, into how we think and how we act. So really movement using that part of the brain is a form of thinking in and of itself, and is one that actually increases blood flow to the brain and really helps with overall function. The classic set of research about this is actually done on yogis of retirement age. So people who are doing yoga 3 to 5 times a week on average, moving all different parts of their body in all different ways, you actually see this increased activity on functional MRI throughout the brain. It's not just the motor neuron cortex, it's the entire brain where you get this increased level of activity, and you get something almost magical that happens there. Creativity goes up, thought patterns increase. You really get the ability to create a better line of thinking, a more active brain. People were doing crosswords faster. You name it, the brain was functioning in a slightly more diverse and integrated way. And that's awesome. Now, on top of this, you look at movement as we age, and you see people who are staying the most active in the most diverse ways are the ones with the least neurodegeneration. That's a whole other category we can get into later, but neurodegeneration is something you desperately want to avoid. You want the brain firing on as many cylinders for as long as possible to make sure that you live that high quality life. As soon as something starts going, it's really hard to get it back. So hence the name preventive medicine. We really are looking to stoke the fire and keep things moving as naturally and as in alignment as possible. So really moving mindfully, connecting it to the way we think, the way we feel, the way we act is an incredibly powerful tool in relating our overall health to our body and our mind. These are very connected things. Lots of ways we can explain that, but the truth is the mind-body connection is key to our overall well-being and consciousness.